Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Victoria Marie, and today we're going to be going over some feminine hygiene tips that I have. I'm just going to be going over my hygiene routine with y'all. I know there are a lot of younger girls that watch me. I wish I had a video like this growing up when I was just trying to figure myself out. There's a lot of things that I learned as I grew up that I wish someone would have taught me when I was younger. My mom did teach me a lot of the staples growing up, but there are certain things that I did go through the growing pains of learning. So yeah, and I just wanted to go over these tips. I just hate when I go on Instagram or I hear other girls talking down on each other about smelling bad or not being able to take care of themselves, because a lot of people didn't have that female figure in their life that could let you know what you were supposed to do, how you're supposed to do certain things, or help you and guide you along the way. So instead of bashing each other, we might as well just uplift each other, give each other tips and help each other grow. So I'm just going to share that here with y'all today, all in one video, so you can always have it. I have all my tips written down on my Notion app, so I might just be looking down, making sure I hit all the marks that I really wanted to go over in this video. First thing I want to go over is that discharge is normal. Sometimes you may find that your underwear is wet. That is absolutely normal, and there's nothing disgusting or gross about that. I notice a lot of trends on Instagram where people are taking pictures of their underwear and being like, oh yeah, totally clean, nothing's in it. That's dumb, and that's not normal. What is normal is to have a little bit of wetness in your underwear. That means Miss Girl's keeping everything clean and healthy, getting rid of anything that could possibly cause any bacteria or infection. If it does bother you, if it's a little bit uncomfortable for you, you can always just get panty liners. It's not quite like a pad, just like a thin little liner that goes into your underwear, so you could change it out as frequently as you need to so that you're comfortable throughout the day. For this reason, I say every woman should have a tiny little bag with all of your personal care products in there. So your panty liners, your pads, tampons, maybe a little deodorant, and some baby wipes or feminine hygiene wipes, because you never know what might happen. Even having an extra pair of underwear in your little bag just to make sure you're prepared for any event, because you never know what might happen. I know me and my friends, when we go out to the clubs or when we go out, a lot of us have these little bags. So one person needs something, we have it for them. When we go out to the club, we have baby wipes, we have extra panties, all that stuff. So making sure that you're prepared for any situation, because girls need to help girls out, and you also just want to make sure you never get caught up in any situation where you feel really uncomfortable. So I would definitely recommend just getting those tiny little products and getting a little bag, keeping it in your purse or your backpack. It'll definitely keep you from having any embarrassing moments. Your downstairs area isn't going to smell like roses or peaches or flowers, and you shouldn't put anything in there that's going to claim that's going to make you smell like roses. Using scented products or very stripping soaps could actually cause you to have actual bacterial and yeast infections and cause you to not smell great. So you always want to steer clear of things that are trying to make you smell something that's other than your natural odor. Every woman, every girl has a natural odor, and that's perfectly fine. As long as you don't have a foul smelling scent when you're sitting down, like you could smell yourself, that's an issue. But other than that, having a natural odor is normal. That's part of being a woman, and that's perfectly fine, and you shouldn't have to try to change that. Anyone that makes you feel uncomfortable about your natural odor, you could just tell them to stay away from you, and you don't want to do anything to yourself that's going to cause you to actually harm yourself and have bacterial or yeast infections. And for that particular reason, that's why I only use Castile soap when I'm washing my downstairs area. And by downstairs, I mean my butt and my vagina. I make sure I use gentle natural soaps. So Castile oils have a lot of essential oils in them. They're very gentle, they don't strip away anything. Other people I know use the baby Dove soap or some baby soap, but the scented stuff really has to go. The bath bombs, you just want to be careful that you're not putting anything in there that's going to throw off your pH balance. I know some people that say they just rinse with water. You could do what you want to do. I would recommend at least using a gentle soap. I don't believe that water is going to be enough to really clean down there, especially after a long day, but it's up to you, to each his own. And personally, for me, I do see a lot of videos with girls suggesting that you use a rag or a washcloth separate from the one that you use in your body. However, I don't like using them because they build up a lot of bacteria very quickly, especially because they're soaking wet and then they just have to air dry. A lot of warm moisture attracts bacteria, and you don't want to put that back into your vagina or your body when you're cleaning it. So personally, I use a netted cloth. Let me show y'all. So this is the cloth that I'll use for my body. Very long, helps you exfoliate and makes your body really nice and smooth. I use this Castile soap for my downstairs area. Even all over your body, it's pretty good, but I can use more scented soaps for my body, but natural stuff only for your vagina. So here's what I'll do. I'll put the Castile soap on my hand just a little bit. I'll wash the front, rinse off my hands, put more Castile soap, wash the back with my hands. rinse my hands again, and then repeat the process. So I'll wash both parts of my body twice just to make sure everything's good, everything's fresh. And I have a detachable shower head, so I'll just take that down, put it on the jet mode, and really scrub up in there. And that's how I make sure that I'm clean. If you do like using rags, do have a separate one and make sure that you're washing it frequently. I think it's kind of gross, but you know. And when I was growing up, I always heard people tell me, or the female figures in my life always told me, don't go inside of anything. And I was like, what do you mean don't go inside? Because obviously you have two lips that gotta open up. What people mean by don't go inside is don't go inside the holes. And I learned this when I was a teenager. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to go inside the holes, so that's what I was doing. Don't go inside any holes. You're not supposed to do that. You can open it up and like wash what's right there, but don't go inside the hole where you pee at or where your period comes at. Don't go inside any of those holes. First of all, it will burn, and second of all, your body already naturally cleans itself. That's what that discharge is. You don't need to put anything inside of there, because that's what's going to throw off your pH balance and get you a yeast infection or bacterial infection. You don't have to do all that. She's real cute, she's real clean, she's real easy. Just wash the outside, rinse her off, and you're good. Make sure you're switching out your towels 1 to 2 times a week, just because, you know, towels, they obviously hold moisture. Moisture attracts bacteria. You want to make sure that you're not putting any bacteria into Miss Girl. You don't need to do that to her. Switch them out once a week, and make sure that you're patting her dry and actually drying her so that she's not holding any moisture either. No bacteria is being built up in there. Personally, for me, when I'm lotioning, I lotion my entire body. I'll just pat myself dry and add some lotion on there. I'll put it on top, but never put anything inside. You don't need to do all that. I'll just put it on top to keep it moisturized, but you know, that's just me. Other people use coconut oil or olive oil just on top, just so that they're really clean. And both of those have antibacterial properties, so that'll actually be helping you protect yourself even more. Now we're going to talk about underwear. So when it comes to underwear, I free ball it most of the time. Most of the time I don't like to wear underwear. I feel like it's uncomfortable. If you do, at least try to wear some loose pajamas or a dress at night with no underwear so that she gets time to breathe. You got to remember, she's doing a lot of things. She's cleaning herself all day. You have her in underwear and thongs. You go into the gym. She does need some time to breathe throughout the day to make sure that she's able to clean herself and just, you know, circulate. When it comes to thongs, I don't recommend wearing thongs on a daily basis or even constantly. I would wear them on occasion. So if you have like a night out, you got some special occasions going on, or if you're going to the club with your friends, stuff like that, and the outfit requires you to wear a thong, that's cute. Or just for your self-confidence, you know, that's totally fine. But you don't want to wear it every day. I heard someone explain it like you're flossing bacteria and other stuff from your butt to your vagina all day, just going in, out. You don't want to be doing that, and there's no reason to. So unless you have an occasion that you need to wear a thong for, make sure you're wearing the granny panties, the bigger ones from Pink. Speaking of things that go on at night, make sure that you're peeing after you have sex. If you are sexually active, it's important that you clear out your vagina and make sure that you pee so that you're not harboring any extra bacteria from whatever was going on. And also, it's important to have baby wipes in your bathroom. Even after just regularly using the bathroom, having some wipes to make sure that you're starting fresh and everything's clean, because you are doing everything you can to keep up with your hygiene. One person, one bad partner, one dirty partner can really throw off your pH balance and cause you to have an infection. So it's important that when you're done, go to the bathroom real quick, make sure you clean up with some baby wipes and some feminine products, making sure everything's all good down there so you don't have to deal with any infections or doctor's appointments. Make sure that you start to build a relationship with your OBGYN, specifically if you're already sexually active. It's important that you get regularly tested and that you get on birth control. It's important to feel comfortable to let them know, hey, I don't like the way that this birth control is making me feel. I know specifically for me and a lot of people that I know, the pill birth control made me go into a bad depression, a bad manic state, and it made me gain a lot of weight, and I just hated it. So I went to my OBGYN and I was like, I really don't like this. This is how it's making me feel. And she switched me on to the one that goes into your arm. Where is it? Yeah, I got the one that goes into your arm, just a little thing that they put in there, and it just slowly releases your birth control over a span of 3 years, so you don't have to worry about missing days and all that stuff. Build that relationship with them, get tested regularly if you are sexually active, and make sure that everything's on point. And they're professionals, that's their job, so they'll be able to catch things earlier that you may not have noticed or you maybe thought wasn't that big of a deal, so that you don't have long-term issues in the future. So my next tip is going to be specifically about confidence. I feel like it's very important to know what your vagina looks like. When I was like 13, 14 years old, that was the first time I actually saw what it looked like, and that's crazy because that's a part of my body. So I would take a mirror ever so often, honestly, just to make sure that things are going good down there, and literally like take the mirror, lift your legs up and look and see what's going on down there. I feel like that would help with confidence. And also, it's crazy to me that a lot of us women don't even really know what it looks like down there. It's definitely important to check yourself. If there ever is anything going on, you want to be able to tell the difference from what's normal to what's different. Now we're just going to get into a couple tips of just taking care of yourself from the inside out. So obviously the number one tip to take care of yourself, period, is to drink a ton of water. We all know this. It'll help keep your skin hydrated. It'll help flush out any bacteria and everything, prevent you from getting UTIs down there, and also help keep her lubricated. So I drink 2 cups of water as soon as I wake up. I'll just chug 2 cups of water and make sure I at least get that in. And most of my water intake comes from when I'm at the gym, and then I try to refill it again and drink about half of the water bottle. It's like this big pink fat jug that I have. We're about 60% water, so it's important that you're replenishing yourself and taking care of yourself in that way. Specifically for Miss Girl, cranberry juice, not like the Welchers, I think, not that cranberry juice, but 100% concentrate cranberry juice. That is very good for preventing UTIs and making sure that you have the right probiotics in your system. Yogurt, that's also good for probiotics, Greek yogurt. And there's also cranberry gummies and cranberry pills or vitamins that you could take. It's also important to know that there are a couple foods that you can consume that will make your armpits and your vagina have a smell for the day after that you eat it. So asparagus, garlic, curry, those can have smells that come out of your pores because they're very pungent and strong. So there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, eat it if you want to eat it. So just be aware that that is normal to have that smell linger on your body after you eat it. All right, y'all, those are all the tips that I have for feminine hygiene. I do hope that this helped you. I would really appreciate it if you liked, comment, and subscribed on this video if you liked it. And even if you didn't, do what you gotta do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.